about the crime that is potentially could happen there. Just as we saw after Katrina, there was a lot of crime and a lot of really crazy days and nights. So we don't know what's going to happen. We pray for their lights to come back on.
Yeah.
But here in Fairhope, it's a beautiful sunny day, and we're just kind of moving along.
Are you have you fully recovered from your blip?
From my what?
Your little illness.
Oh, the illness.
Yes.
I feel I've pretty much knocked it all out. Yeah, there's still some residual fatigue happening, but for the most part, I think I've knocked it out. Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah,
that was a rough moment.
Right.
I feel for anyone that I feel there's reasons behind everything. Of course, everything is energetic, and it's important to come at it from all sides and realize that for whatever reason, we attract these experiences, that we're meant to go through them. And I feel it totally gave me an immune system boost that I needed to be out here in 3D. So I'm grateful for that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I feel it's
be a testament. I mean, I had whatever everyone else has, and I'm not dead. I'm still going, and I've survived with my very own immune system. So,
right.
Yay!
Well, it is a big purge, having come from where you were and then moving into a different space.
Yeah. There's a lot of changes happening. Around my little world, so I'm grateful. I talk to Mom all day, every day, so she's got us. I love you guys. Thank you.
Love you, Bobby.
Love you, everybody out there. Love you so much.
Be in touch, Bobby. Bye.
Will do.
So we're back.
Whee! Now I have to share the links again. That's cool.
I feel like it's the same link.
Okay. No, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just... Okay. At ease, because there's like 0 on YouTube. No, just... That's cool.
Yeah. Well,
Facebook,
we got 20 now on Facebook.
Yay! Thank you. I do feel like the internet, every now and then, and it happens like a few months apart, something happens to the image and the quality of the internet. For me, it's such a stark difference when I look at our live streams or how the functions work. Okay.
Well, I've switched the Wi-Fi on this because you got 5G here, so I feel this will help because our two phones don't necessarily need to be on the Wi-Fi up here.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
It's connecting.
Okay. I might have to stop it.
I might just try this one. Okay. Oh, shit. Hello. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to leave that. Hello, Telegram. No, we had... Buddha didn't tell me, but he switched my phone to what?
To 5G.
To 5G and not Wi-Fi, and then it booted me out for a moment.
I feel that's helping because it may be too many devices on the Wi-Fi, right. So that's why part of why we were getting kicked off. So
nice.
Looks good now.
Awesome. Okay. Can we move along?
Let's move along.
Cut cords.
Let's cut cords
God,
with everyone
really
and everything. Oh no.
Let's listen.
Major transformations live.
Look, Buddha was just totally relaxed. Just at ease. Nice.
I mean, at this point, what are we going to do?
Right.
What are we going to do?
Fit. I have a fizzy fit.
I mean,
fit.
we can say we've been thoroughly trained for this.
Absolutely.
At this point, bring it on, angels, bring it on, angels, bring it on, angels. What was coming to me this morning was like I was asking the angels, like, what should I share with the people today? And ultimately what I kept getting was that we are the bearer of good news. We are here as messengers of God to let you know that victory to the light is indeed true. It's a true reality that we are manifesting in every present moment of now. And so we are here to share the good news that love has indeed won, that you yourself have such a tremendously beautiful experience awaiting you that you can't even begin to fathom or understand through any 3D perspective. And that's why we emphasize the importance of surrendering, of the unbridled compassion for one another. Of course, yes, everyone's on their own different timeline. Everyone's at their own different pace. But when you can truly just feel into the fact that God is the giver of dreams, and God is making all dreams come into true reality, into manifest, and that's simply by you surrendering, simply by you letting go of all your 3D attachments. It could be anything. And just allowing the change, allowing the quantum leap to take place so that you can now begin to tap into your childlike wonder with ease, because it's all been set up for you to play again, to allow that child that's been in you for so long, that's just been buried under responsibility for all so long, that now you can really begin to play again and be like, you know what? The monetary system as we know it, it's changing. This is a transitionary time. We are moving to an era where we all will be abundant. We will all have the resources we need to bring forward our creation. And it's unique to every one of us. So to sit there stifled or depressed or feel like there's no hope, let me tell you, there is hope. In fact, we got it right out there. That through all of it, you can rejoice. You can find that happiness again and be like, thank you, thank you, thank you. Just the simple exercise of gratitude in everything, in every moment. You're like, wow, I'm really grateful for this coffee, this candle that's lit, these crystals in front of me. And you start to really instill that in your reprogramming, in the dissolving of the ego program mind. You start to fill your heart and your brain connection with all the things you're grateful for. You can look around and be like, wow, I'm truly grateful for my sandals. I'm truly grateful to be able to put on this pink shirt today. And it's just all these little things where you can now, as the master of your own emotions, begin to instill the new paradigm within yourself. And that's an attitude of gratitude. That's love everywhere present. That's being love in simple service. It's going back to balanced harmonics. It's not being so extreme that, it's a fight or flight. No, it's a balance, an ebb and flow, a dance with creation. And it can be very fulfilling now. The way 3D has been set up, it's just like you're a slave. It's what I consider modern slavery. They just made it so sophisticated that it's not like in your face. You don't have shackles on, but you really do. They're invisible because you have to pay those bills every month. You have to make sure you have all your responsibilities, man. I mean, God forbid you, even if you try to start a business, how many obstacles and bureaucratic tape you have to go through just to have a business. So we're leaving the corporation. We're going into cooperation. That's why it's so important we gather, we share our ideas, our skill sets, and don't go into it with, well, what's in it for me? How much am I going to get paid for this? No, it's how am I going to make this world a better place? How are my talents going to complement someone else's talent so that we can create something grander than if we would have tried to do it by ourselves? And that's the new paradigm, and it can be a lot of fun. I've often likened mission to having like a sleepover every night with your friends, because you get to hang out with your friends all day, and then instead of going home back to your house, it's like, nope, we get to live with each other now. We're literally living the dream, living with our best friends and just having a good time, serving God, serving love.
I don't know that it's always a good time.
Well, of course it's not a good time all the time.
Right.
And I'm not here to speak in those absolutes, but I'm here to let you know that if you are amongst your people, if you have found your tribe who are all willing to work on their spiritual dysfunctions to instill their spiritual disciplines and have a support system for that. I mean, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else on the planet. And Mom has created an opportunity. It's not unique to us. In fact, it's more of like a template for all of humanity to gather with just the right amount, the right like-hearted, similar beings on the same journey to help complement and raise each other in vibration. So we're here to let you know the good news, man. Love has won. Be ready to be abundant. Be ready. I mean, are you prepared to let go of all your 3D attachments? Are you prepared to have such a shift in your life where it's not going to look like what the ego wants it to look like?
Yeah, have you ever lived further than like with your immediate family? Like, have you ever lived with more than 5 people? The girls speak of this often, is that we are moving into unity. And if you're living by yourself, there's a lot of training to be had living with others who are very different from you. We're all very similar, but we're dissolving these programs, and the programs make us different. Opinions, life story, tastes. How do you manage communication with people outside of your work, outside of your friends? These are the skills that we are actually needing to embody in order to come into heaven on earth, because we are rebuilding. We are rebuilding from a foundation that never worked, called the Matrix, that is not part of Source, not part of universal law. So if that is all you have known in your life, there's work to do. Why not jump into a new paradigm and scout out the farms around your area? Scout out those websites that are organizations doing these farming schemes. What's it like to live with strangers? Did you ever go flatting? We call it flatting when you live with other people. Is that what you say too?
No, we don't say that here.
What do you say? Like when you're
couch surfing?
No, it's like when you're professionals, you share a house with other professionals. Is there such a thing?
No.
Or do
you
people
get a
just
roommate?
Okay, roommate. But are you sharing the same room?
No.
Okay. Well, we call it flatting in our world, and basically, it's not a bad thing. It's like I flatted in London, I flatted in New Zealand, and these flatmates were not my best friends. But you had to work together. You had to figure out how to do the house chores. You had to figure out who was cooking. I lived with 10 people in London. Everyone had different professions, and I kind of kept to myself, apart from 1 or 2. I didn't like watching TV. I didn't really like having cereal for dinner. And so oftentimes I just spend my weekends on my own. But I still worked on communication, still worked with them. We had to move from one house to the next, and we had to choose which house. And you know how hard it is to choose a house in London that fits everyone's budget with the requirements of 10 people. It's kind of like Mission, but more aware, conscious beings making decisions, tapping into their angel guidance and Mom. That is where you are going to be following that trail. And there's a lot of displacement energies. A lot of beings are suffering from the flooding. That's always a common theme in the Asian countries, particularly the Philippines. They're always displaced. The poor people are always displaced. They are good to go. They are the most adaptable beings. They are deserving of Nasara and Jasara, not you, because you have entitlement. You have your comforts, you have your control. They're just surrendering to the universe at the whim of flash floods and tsunamis and these things called monsoon seasons. So I feel like the gratitude that Buddha alludes to is very important. Sometimes it reduces me to my knees. I'm so grateful for everything because I've lost everything. I haven't lost everything. I chose to come to Mission. And that is a conscious choice with full trust, regardless of what my ego is wanting to tell me. Just shout out to some new beings on Facebook. We have Faris asking, how do you all feel about the 5G and its implications? Then there's Taylor, Krista, Aaron. Hi, everyone. Jason, Katie, Marcel, Linda. Yippee, Laura, Kat. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Lori, Reed, yay, Diane. Quite a few beings. Nice.
Yeah, and just to quickly address the 5G, Wi-Fi, technology pollution, all the AI that's out there. Your physical vessel is more sophisticated than any cellular device, any Wi-Fi device, any 5G tower, all that stuff. As long as you're doing your spiritual work and working on raising your vibration, staying in love, being in joy, you will have the self-healing, and you will also not be affected by any of this technology. You will be vibrating at too high of a level for any of the stuff to even get you. It's like, hey, come get ya. And you're like, oh, like, I'm good. What's up? So, and Mom already flipped it. She had a 5G phone while she was here and used it and flipped all the energy. So, no need to fear. Stay clear of the fear, and you're going to be good.
So, wanted to share the continuation of the channeling Mom we shared yesterday on yesterday's live stream on peace, disclosure, and contact.
Beautiful. Here we go.
Here we go.
And quoted from Montague King. Everything is going according to plan. The timing is right for these changes to take place.
Oh.
You will restore the light. Humanity will become one. Everyone part of the whole, with no more divisions or separations. Peace will be restored. This is your purpose. End of quote. And quoted from Carolyn K.A. We ask for patience. The light is coming. It is already here, and there is no stopping it now. During this period of your awakening, there will be ups and downs, moments of pause, followed by energized acceleration. And we again ask you to remain balanced and centered within the heart of Gaia, and within your own hearts as well. Find peace within. It is there you will find perfect alignment with the truth, and it will greatly help you in the assimilation of change and rapid awakening that is now upon you. End of quote. The first wavers, the love beings, are now gathering together and connecting to the higher grid, which creates an intense energy of light across this planet. Where two or more are gathered, there is love. This is how the inevitable awakening of this planet is occurring. You see, it only required two in full consciousness to ignite the entire consciousness on this planet. The higher grid is alive. This occurred when Father God and I went through the Transfiguration event to create a unified field of energy, which is the twin flame connection of 5D frequencies. Once this event occurred in January of 2008, the rest is history. This is why all events we have shared are inevitable, no matter how hard the denser energies try to resist. Quoted from Alana Kettler, we are living in such amazing times. We get to watch as the whole world transitions back to a healthy, connected relationship with our Mother Earth, as well as each other. Let's keep this snowball going and continue working together, because together we will continue to create this change that we have been waiting for. If there is ever a time where you feel like giving up, just remember that there are many, many, many more people who are finally opening their eyes. Don't give up, because this global shift is happening right now, right before your eyes. We are the ones we've been waiting for. End of quote. In our last update, we announced we felt the releasing of the movie series by Dr. Stephen Greer would really provide us a huge opening for the movement of the light on this planet and propel us towards full disclosure, brought by all of us. We have more exciting news with this. Dr. Stephen Greer has accepted to do a 30-minute interview with the Earth Allies, the first contact ground crew team at the Galactic Free Press. Yeehaw! He will be connecting with us on the grid to share with us the latest movement and to promote the movie. This will be occurring shortly after the release on April 22nd and hopefully before the citizens' hearing on disclosure on April 29th. This connection is extremely significant as it truly represents not only another aspect of the divine plan unfoldment, but connects the light in more grander ways. This seals the deal now and will propel us for all truth to be revealed and full contact. Quoted from Aline Lafont. The first contacts with us become ever more real and truthful due to the way you are evolving now. Gigantic leaps have been taken by the collective, partly thanks to the numerous lightworkers who never gave up hope, remaining in their power, and who continued passionately, creating a strong basis for cooperation. We say to you, thank you. All those ones who have kept working so profoundly deep and who persevered with their missions. It will all really be worth your while. This is generally understood and known. We are approaching full contact and are working tirelessly on the possible effects that they will have on your collective world. We explicitly take every one of you into account. We also take the collective of humanity, still holding dormant souls, into account. Rest assured that the time does not stand still, and this applies also to our actions and the energies we all invest in this together with all of you. A consensus has already been reached on the scope of our language and of ourselves towards you and what we shall bring and offer to your planet. The first thing we gladly would bring is an offer of love and peace for your entire planet. This applies to everyone and everything, and it is our greatest conviction that the hearts of humanity will be most grateful for this, and really wouldn't want anything else on this planet. Nevertheless, this is our biggest concern and requires lots of energy, as still up to this day, there are too many disputes over power and ego, over separation. Omnious warmongering is still on the table, and that is totally unacceptable. It can no longer be tolerated in your current and higher world. It has to do with the very last dormant souls who still dwell in their delusion, but who will be shaken up quite boisterously. Be thankful for who you are and for what you have already experienced, seen, and felt so far. Be grateful for knowing and helping one another, for cherishing each other, and for cooperating together. There is nothing as wondrous as what is to now take place on this beloved Gaia. Behold the blessing and the opportunity in everything, as it is an extremely blessed and special process. Admittedly, the global ascension and the reformation of your world is a rather difficult and harsh school of learning, but it will all be worth it in the end. You are truly the pioneers of Ascension. You are the new world leaders, all of you as one. You are now a more pure and clear collective unit with all your aspects and your being. You bring renovations to this world. You bring this world out of duality. So go ahead. Wait no longer. Get out of your lazy chairs on which you have adopted a waiting pose and see the world as it is. Declare your own freedom. Embody your true self once again and step forward into the world of manifestation and of multidimensional being. Do not delay any longer, as we can only wait for you to be ready, pushing yourselves into full consciousness and into your higher reality. We are present with you and for you. Together, We will work and build on the manifestation of a new world. This is what you are currently doing, and the time is right. Let us tear down the last vestiges of duality. Wait no longer, but take action. Do not wait for the messages, nor for the messengers to do it for you. Be realistic, and look from your heart to find out how far things have evolved. Help where necessary. Use your talents and enrichments, and avail yourselves of your wonderful energy and light to assist all of this and guiding it to a blissful and perfect outcome for the entire collective of humanity. You are so close, and we are near to all of you. This is a fact and not a fiction. It only pertains to understanding and viewing things from a different stance from your heart and your inner core, and not from the outer world, nor from scenes playing out there. It is from within that we attune and adjust. It is from within that we extract all of our knowledge and where we duly find ourselves. Be brave and excel in your task at hand, for they are very significant and they play an important part. We supervise your safety and that of Gaia, but we also keep on working with trust in our hearts on our first real contacts with all of you. Ultimately, this is all in your hands. Quoted from Meredith Murphy.
I feel there was another nugget in
You
there.
want to
Yeah,
play? All right.
we were
It was just like...
It was your control.
Okay, I dissolve. Let's
It
go.
was like, what, 2 minutes we played? It was barely... All right, here we go. No, there's a nugget there. Watch. It was
Okay.
some good stuff.
I've seen how liberating energy from beyond the veil creates the opportunity for greater communion and communication with star beings of light. This reconnection has been long awaited by many present on the earth plane who are well aware of their connection to the stars, and by their corresponding star families who have been impulsing and initiating this communication across the corridors of time, anticipating this great opening.
Mary's video.
The establishment of the fifth dimensional plane of peace is creating a new space in which these communications can be connected and in which that which is transmitted may be perceived, the bridging of the energy from beyond the veil from various star locations, committed and actively involved in the Earth's planetary ascension progress. Transmission that are not yet able to directly reach most beings on Earth can be received here, and many, many more beings on Earth are spending their sleep time and other moments throughout their day embodying the frequency of the fifth dimensional plane of peace, the emerging fifth dimensional new Earth, which has been established. There's an incredible energy of joy on the plane of peace that is created by these great reunions. Many who long for disclosure, for a public, highly visible disclosure of the star beings who are participating in planetary ascension, will be fed by participating in the fifth dimensional energy plane of peace in ways that will sustain them and answer their questions and longings about how to fully embody and represent as an ambassador, as an emissary, the star communities which they spring forth from, in a way which gives their life great purpose and focus. Full disclosure of our relationship to our star families is happening. It is happening in an individual connections as those who are present on the earth plane are ready to receive expanded knowledge of their own multidimensional lineage and guidance and instruction to help them remember what they know in other planes of focus, and therefore can take action upon and create from this knowing. End of quote.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, it was well worth that second. I mean, it makes sense.
Well, I don't know what it was. I was like, because there was a feeling of me, like, more anticipation, like, coming through. And then I could see your hand going up. I'm like, but wait. And then, like, you hit it. I'm like, wait, there was a nugget there.
I mean, that...
And it could be my control.
No,
and I look at that.
no.
It's my full... I'll take full responsibility for
It's
that.
not. Stop. It's not.
But it did trigger some nuggets because, you know, recently we went on a walk and we all looked up at the sky. I think Jerry was the only one not there because she had a session to do. But we literally had a shooting star or a starship like show up right in front of us. Just, it was like a shooting star because it kind of disintegrated towards the end, but it was all light. It was all just beautiful. And we have been, every time we go outside, we like to look up into the sky. And Mary is awesome about documenting this stuff. She has a real strong connection with these ships. And if you are a subscriber to the Daily Disclosure show, the girls showed this the other day on one of their episodes. But it pinged me to want to share it with you all because this is just, epic. You can't deny what Mom is saying because they're literally communicating with us. You can see this plasma ship just blinking and communicating with us. So I'm just going to cut to that and show you guys what we get to experience. She's not zooming in on this, so she's keeping it still and it starts pulsating.
And it's her camera, like...
Oh, they're jumping up in joy. Oh, boy. Oh, my goodness. Oh, goodness. And there's pink right in the middle now. Pink going all around it. Oh, my God. Thank you, Lord. I love you guys. Look at you party.
Whoa.
Oh, my God. They're partying like fuck up there. Wow. Wow. Watch what they're doing. Watch the pig come through there. Whoa!